Hey guys, another video for you just to keep you physically active during these times. So this is a fantastic 30-minute video tutored by Waterford Sports Partnerships tutor Sarah Hearn, who's a qualified Pilates instructor. So enjoy it, stay strong, stay healthy. As always, please adhere to the HSC guidelines, and remember, you can still go the distance whilst you keep your distance.
30-minute beginner Pilates with Waterford Sports Partnership and Sarah Hearn Fitness.
Let's start with some beginner Pilates. Breathing is very important, so when we breathe, we want to breathe nice and deeply, just down to the lower ribs, right to here. So when we inhale, we fill our lungs laterally at the back to widen our scapula. Bringing the shoulders out and breathe out, compressing that stomach muscle down here. In through the nose and out through the mouth, nice and easy. We'll do that 4 or 5 times. In through the nose and out through the mouth. When we breathe out, we want to feel like we're blowing up a balloon. Big strong breath on the way out. Inhale through the lungs, filling those lungs laterally. Shoulders stay down. Chest stays down. Breathing out through the lips like you're blowing up a balloon. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Okay, let's bring our feet out in front of us, flat on the floor. We're going to start sitting nice and tall, shoulders rolled back and down away from the ears. Make sure, first of all, that we have a neutral position through the neck, the head and the shoulders. So we're going to turn our head to the side. Nice and gently. There's no time requirement on this. And when we find we've turned, we'll find a neutral spot in the middle. Then we're up and down. Try not to sink into the spine there. But up and down. Stretching the back and the neck muscles, but also finding your neutral position in the middle of that nod. So now, we want to feel like we're being pulled through the spine, nice and tall, by a string that comes out from the top of our head, lengthening us through the neck and the shoulders. So rather than bringing the shoulders down, we're pulling or lengthening up to pull away from those shoulders. Okay, while we're doing that then, we're still concentrating on our breathing, inhaling through the chest, exhaling through the mouth. Okay, so while we're nice and tall, we want to make sure that our hips are somewhere neutral as well. So we're not sitting back on our coccyx, we're going to sit tall. So right up through that spine again, imagine the string pulling you through the top of your head. First move then we're going to do is we're going to do a chin nod, which is where we bring our chin towards our chest and back up. You want to bring it to the point where it feels like you're holding an apple between your chin and your chest. Again, no time requirement on this. So our first move is chin nod. Now we're going to do a cervical roll. So we're going to do chin nod. We're going to push through the upper spine and sit back up. Upper spine, sit back up. Pushing back and up. Control that movement with your body now. I have my hands here, but I'm not using them. I'm leaning. A little bit for support, but not hanging onto them too much. Rolling through the upper back. Forward, keep those shoulders down. So progressing down through the spine now, we're going to curl the lower spine, the lumbar spine as well. So we're going to roll. So when we do that, our pelvic floor and our pelvis shifts as well. So you can feel through your bottom that you're rolling back onto your sits bones. All the way back and all the way up. When you roll back, try and extend that roll as much as possible with control. And you want to bring that chin in and sit up. Nice and tall, nice and rounded. Control those muscles now. That's it. And keep breathing. The rhythm of the breath doesn't matter here. Just sit nice and tall. Okay. So now we're going to extend that and we're going to come down to the mat. So bring your hands behind your thighs. This time you're holding on a little bit. Keep your feet flat on the floor. Try not to leave them lift. And we're going to do step 1, chin nod, then into our cervical and lumbar curve through the spine. We're going to bring it back as far as we can that we know we can come back up out of. So let's see how we go. Inhale, sitting tall. Exhale. Keep your feet flat on the floor. Sit up nice and tall, opening up that chest in between. Nice and controlled movement. Opening and closing that spine, trying to bring it back as far as you can. Lower and up. Now again, no speed requirement at this. We want to keep the legs nice and controlled as well. So, another addition to this, while we're moving backwards, we're going to stop the legs moving as much as possible. So plant them to the floor. Contract your adductors on your inner thighs and your abductors in your glutes, your calves. Push your feet down into the floor and let's go again. All the way back and up. All the way back and up. This time sitting nice and tall, stretching up through the spine, opening up the chest and shoulders. We're going to roll back and we're going to go back as far as the mat this time. So if you need to, keep the hands there and try your best to control this. Don't just drop to the floor if you can. So rowing chin to chest through the vertebra nice and gently. Gliding the hands now so you have movement. Lower spine on the floor. Mid spine on the floor. Upper spine on the floor. Okay, then we relax for a second. Stretch the body out. Let's get our line. Fix your hair so it's not under your head, so you have movement through your head. You can find your neutral position again. Shoulders down away from the ears. If you find your shoulders roll forward at all, turn the hands over so they face the ceiling. That way then your shoulders and the back of your arm will rest on the floor. If you don't need this, you put the hands down right beside the sides, extend the fingers, stretch towards the feet with the arms, and then place the back of the arm on the floor. Now, our lower back is going to be tilted a slight bit here, so what we're going to do is tilt the pelvis, so we have the lower spine pushed into the floor. Pretend you're drawing your belly button towards the floor. There's no gap here now as much as possible, and that's a good starting position for the hips. So arms are extended, triceps are on the floor, shoulders back and down, nice relaxed head, neck and arms, activated through the fingertips. Now we contract our thighs, outer thigh, inner thigh. Our pelvic floor area is going to contract here too, and a little contraction through the glutes. Okay, you don't have to maintain that throughout, but for some of the moves, when you're moving through the movement, contract to hold yourself in position. For your calves as well. For a lot of these moves, we work with pointed toes. If you get cramps in your feet, just stretch the feet, pointing your toes back towards your face, and give a little rest. Okay. So, starting position. This is your Pilates 9-point position, 5-point position. So it's ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, and fingertips are in alignment with the body. Nice, strong activation through. Let's bring our feet flat to the floor. Push the lower back into the floor again. Make sure that gap is closed. And what we're going to do is we're going to do 100. So bringing your arms up and over your head. Give yourself a lot of room. I haven't, so I'm going to move down. Hands up and over your head. Back to breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Bring that tilt back, pushing your tummy down into the floor. Spine is nice and flat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, arms come over. On the exhale, chin to chest. Lift the shoulder blades off the floor and bring your arms down in line with your sides. As you can see, my shoulder blades are raised. I'm tight through the tummy here. If you've recently had pregnancy and you have a coning here, don't do these exercises. Okay, feet are flat, legs are activated and strong, and we're lengthening through those fingers. Even holding this position can be quite difficult. This is the start of your 100. So now, inhale, and on the exhale, we're going to pump our hands. Inhale and exhale, pumping through those arms, pumping through the abdomen with the breathing. And on the inhale, we're going to bring our arms up and over. Exhale, shoulders roll to the mat, arms come down to the floor, and then bring them to the chest to relax. Back into your Pilates position, then lower back being pushed into the floor, and nice and strong through those legs. You want to make sure our pelvic tilt is in the right direction, that there's no gap in the lower spine. And we're going to bring those shoulders down away from the ears again. Those movements in Pilates where your chin and your head is up can be quite difficult. So let me show you a couple of modifications for those. So you can keep your head down and just pump your arms, but you need to activate through their tummy muscles for that one. You can also go to the next level with the legs and keep the head down. So let's try that one. Inhale. On the exhale, bring your right foot to tabletop. Inhale. Left foot joins. Exhale. Settle the body on the floor. 90-degree angle in the ankles and the thighs. And we're going to relax the body. Push those back of the arms down into the floor like we did before. And this is leg position 2 for the 100 exercise. So if we were to stay down with our head, we would be pumping from here, keeping the legs activated and strong. We step that up to level 2, then we bring the arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale, arms up and over, chin to chest and arms down. Inhale, pump for 5. Inhale, arms up and over. Exhale, rolling down through the upper body, shoulders to the floor, arms to the floor, rest the arms on the chest, right foot down, left foot down, and let's relax. Breathing now. Settle your breath again, breathe in through those lungs, and out like you're breathing through a straw. Let's make sure the lower back is placed on the ground. I'm going to give the lower back a bit of a stretch here now, so bring the knees into the chest and curl them in nice and tight. We're going to rock slightly from side to side. Pushing the lower back into the floor, massaging it, and let's do some little leg circles. Just guide the knees around there. Relaxed through the body, just massaging that lower spine. Okay, feet to the floor. Next exercise is your roll up. So, hands are down beside the body, back to your start position, shoulders away from the ears, nice and tall through the neck, head in neutral alignment. Back to your breathing, inhale through the nose, filling those lungs laterally. Breathe out through the mouth nice and strong, contracting through the abdominals as we breathe out. For our roll up, we're going to bring our hands up and over like we did for our 100. Just like before, place them on the floor. I have mine clasped just for convenience, but they generally are directly out in front. Relaxing on the floor then. Steady through those thighs, pushing the feet down into the ground. Tilt through the pelvis to push the lower spine into the floor. Inhale through the lungs. Exhale, tensing those abdominal muscles. Inhale, arms up and over. We stop here. And we come back down to the floor on the exhale. So inhale, arms up and over. Control through those abdominal muscles. And breathe whatever direction is easiest for you. Generally breathing out on the effort, like on the way up. Maximizes the effort that you get from the exercise. Tense through those tummy muscles when you come up and back down to the floor. Okay, we're going to do that and we're going to advance it. So let's bring our right foot to tabletop, hands on the back of the knee, and we're going to use this leg to winch us up off the floor. Okay, so let's do that one again. Controlling back and down. Okay, so like we did from our roll down, you need to curve through the spine, chin to chest, rolling through the spine, gently hitting each vertebra. Okay, so on the way up, then it's hands behind your leg. We're going to roll up through those shoulders like we did before, chin to chest. Now we're up here. We're going to use this foot to winch us up off the floor by pulling the leg forward. Nice and strong. When you get up to the top, sit up tall. Roll the shoulders back and down away from the ears, back to your neutral tall position. This leg is very strong, placed into the floor as strong as possible. Okay, and then we're rolling back down, chin to chest, roll through each vertebra. Nice and gently. Hit each one on the way down and on the way up. Winching through those legs. Sit tall at the top, then roll down to your mat. Let's do that one 4 times on each side. Sitting tall in between. Roll through the vertebra, nice and gently, controlling your way down to the mat. Foot to tabletop, right foot down. Now your hands are always pushed in, your arms, not your hands. Your arms are always pushed into the floor to stabilize the body. So now we bring our left leg to tabletop. With control, everything is nice and controlled. So let's bring that foot up and control it, point through the toe, activate through the thigh, stabilize with the other leg that's there. Now we're going to put our hands on the back of that thigh, like we did with the other side, and we're going to chin to chest, roll up through those vertebrae, and we'll winch up. That's 1. Roll right down. Control the movement. Take as long as you can to do each one, so you can control the movement. Hit each vertebra on the way down, nice and slowly control the floor. Bring your shoulders back down each time. Chin to chest, curl through the shoulders, up through the vertebra, winch the body up, and sit nice and tall. Okay, so now we're in our next position. We're going to have a little look at our V-sit. So, sitting tall, roll forward on those sits bones, and bring your feet in close. Up on your toes, and let's hold down by the ankles. Now we're still staying nice and tall through the spine, rolling those shoulders back and down, so don't curve for this one just yet. Have it nice and tall, lengthen through the spine, the neck, and keep your breathing. Pull those feet in. We're going to find our sit balance position. There's a slight curve in my spine there, but still controlled, and I'm going to lift my feet ever so slightly. So I'm just moving them there so you can see that they're off the ground. They just ever so slightly hover. I'm going to hold this position while I'm here. Shoulders back and down, lengthen through the spine. Inhale through the nose, filling laterally those lungs. Exhale through the mouth, tensing those abdominal muscles with the breath. Now we're going to inhale. Exhale, extend the right foot. Keep your balance. Inhale. Extend the left foot. Keep your balance. Pull back to nice and tall in between. Okay, this one is a tough one, so don't worry if you can't. sit for as long as you can is just fine, and we're moving towards an exercise we're going to do later on. It's all about the balance. Okay, bringing your feet back down to the floor. Let's stretch the inside of the thighs, pushing the hands, elbows down into the knees, nice and tall through the spine. Feet are together, and we're going to push your knees down towards the floor. As much as you're able to and as much as you're comfortable with, use those elbows to extend. Keep your spine nice and strong and your tummy nice and tight. Okay, so that was your 100, your roll up and your roll back. We're going to have a look at some roll over this time. Let's see, we'll keep it in some sort of order. So, moving to the top of your mat, feet at the end. We're going to use every move the whole way through. So now let's put our hands on the back of our thighs. Sitting nice and tall, inhale through the nose. On the exhale, chin to chest, rolling through each vertebra until you bring slowly and controlled all the way down to the floor. Place the feet. Make them nice and strong. Strong through the thighs. Push that lower spine into the floor so there's no gap. Everything is nice and contracted down here to keep you stable and strong. Shoulders back and down, arms flat on the floor, back of the arm pushes into the floor. Hands are there for support. We don't want to push into the hands or have any bend in the wrists here like that. We want everything to be nice and strong the whole way down. Straight lines, alignment through the body is the key for Pilates. So roll over then. We're going to bring right foot to tabletop, left foot to tabletop. Use your breathing for this. Inhale. Lift that bottom with control. So tip the knees back, keeping a 90-degree angle in the legs for now. So tabletop, rolling back. Use the back of the arms to push the body and control the lift. On any way breathing, so inhale or exhale, whichever works for you. Inhale. I find I hold my breath if I inhale, so let's try and exhale. Four of those with control, and eventually we're moving towards bringing the legs out straight above the head, controlling nice and flat, rolling down through the spine until the legs are parallel to the body. We're going to do the same again. The shoulders tend to pull up there, so make sure you bring them back and down. Plant the lower back, roll the body back over, parallel position with the feet, and hold. Now we want to roll down through the spine, control that movement. Curling from the coccyx up through the lower spine, mid-spine. Stretch out that body straight. Control the way back down. Feet, tabletop. Right foot to the floor, left foot to the floor. You feel that in your tummy? A little bit of our work already started, and we're only 3-4 moves in. Great start, everybody. Okay, so let's come to a seated position, just like we did before. We're going to winch ourselves up. Now, if you need to, bring the foot to tabletop and hold the back of the knee like we did before. Turn to chest and roll up. Fully seated position, nice and tall. Anyone who wants to try and step that up now, I'm going to show you how you would do that as a full sit-up move. So, everybody else, let's do 4 on each leg. And for the next level, I'm going to show you, without the leg help, how you would do that move. So, arms up and over. Inhale. On the exhale, chin to chest, arms come over, rolling up through the spine. Keep those feet pushed down to the floor as you see mine lift. So I'm going to bring them out a little bit further. Sitting up tall. Roll down through the body. Slow and controlled movement. Keeping those feet planted to the floor, nice and strong through the calves. Plant those feet. Now I have a cramp in my calf myself, so pointing those feet can happen. Pull the toes towards you to stretch any cramps in the calf on this exercise, or any exercise. Full progression of that is to fully lie out. Legs are extended, thighs pushed into the floor, adductors working, abductors working, glutes. Lower back pushed into the floor, arms up and over. This down right here. So everything is nice and strong, push down and we go inhale. Exhale. Up and over, chin to chest, sitting tall, reaching forward, up to the toes. That's it. Crawl again, and then we curl back down through the spine, keeping those feet on the ground, control the movement. The last thing to hit the floor is the head, and then the arms rest. A few more of those, hands up and over. Chin to chest, arms over, rolling up through the body, keeping everything pushed down into the floor, nice and tall, and reach for the toes. Roll again, then we curl through the spine. Control this movement, make it take as long as possible. Hit each vertebra on the way down, and last thing to rest is the shoulders and the head. One more time, chin to chest. Using those abdominals, pull up through the body, reach for the toes, nice and strong, big stretch up the back of the thighs, and then we sit nice and tall, as if we have a string pulling through our neck and shoulders, and then we relax. Bring your legs in, let's cross them over. We're going to do a little spine stretch now to finish. So, feet crossed, arms crossed. This is called tabletop position for your arms. So elbows in line with the shoulders, hands are crossed over, laying on top of each other, just like so. Shoulders are back and down, nice and tall through the neck, like a string pulling through the body again. Roll those shoulders back, nice and strong through the chest and the abdominals, sitting a little bit forward of the sits bones so you're tall. Cross those legs so they're comfortable. Inhale, on the exhale, twist to the side. Inhale, center. Twist. Inhale, center. Okay, so when I turn, I'm keeping my face in line, as you can see, directly above my wrists. My chest is in alignment as well, so I'm not twisting my body or looking over my shoulder. Everything is staying in one steady line, as you can see there. So let's do that one again. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Let's add a pulse. Exhale, twist. And finish. Shoulders down away from the ears, nice and relaxed. Inhaling through the nose, filling those lungs. Exhale through the nose. Be active, be safe, be healthy.